Action News has learned Mandalay Bay staff did not call police when shots were fired at their own security guard. And it wasn't until Stephen Paddock had already started firing on the crowd across the street that Metro was alerted.
And that is coming from ABC News, along with more questions tonight about the sequence of events. Metro still hasn't pinned down the timeline, and it may change again. Contact 13 investigative reporter Joe Bartels is here with the latest. Joe?
Well, Stephen, Carla, this shooting has been a major contention in terms of the timing of this from the very beginning here. And now the word is spreading that security did not tell police about the initial shooting, which is now raising even more questions about how and when things really went down.
Inside the halls of the 32nd floor, the terror began. The big question is when. Now we are hearing the first signs that the outside world would change forever.
Call the police. Someone's firing a gun up here. Someone's firing a rifle on the 32nd floor down the hallway.
That voice is Mandalay Bay maintenance engineer Stephen Schuck. He appeared on NBC's Today Show this morning.
He yelled at me to take cover. As soon as I started to go to a door to my left, the rounds started coming down the hallway. I could feel them pass right behind my head.
He gives credit to security guard Jesus Campos for his quick actions. Schuck's employer also releasing his radio call for help as the shooter took aim at him.
East to 106 Stevens. Security wants to know if you know a room.
It's at the end of the hallway. I can't tell you what room. He looked like he fired down the hallway when I got close to the door.
MGM also releasing this statement, calling into question just how accurate the police timeline of events is, saying in part, quote, "We cannot be certain about the most recent timeline that has been communicated publicly, and we believe what is currently being expressed may not be accurate."
And the sheriff told us on Monday that 9:59 p.m., that was when the first shots were fired, a full 6 minutes before the bullets came down on concert goers. An MGM spokesperson says they are fully cooperating with the investigation. Now, as for that bombshell that Mandalay Bay did not call authorities after the hotel staff were shot at, we had several sources telling us for the past 2 days that something similar had happened. And in fact, I asked Assistant Sheriff Tom Roberts yesterday about it. I got a tip that there was no 415A dispatched from the Campos shooting to officers. Do you know if that is the case?
I think when you have that time delay, you know, when he called it in and the time between when he started shooting outside, I don't believe that they had, it may have been in the process of creating that event, but it didn't quite get out to everybody.
And now we have some more answers. The 415A in that question means a shooting in police lingo, and now we know why it was not dispatched or communicated, because ABC News is reporting security did not call it in, and therefore Metro really never knew about it. And now we just got off the phone with an MGM spokesperson, and they are telling us they are not going to comment on this new report here, so we will certainly be following this very closely, guys.
Yesterday we heard the timeline was probably going to change, and it only took 24 hours.
Yep, absolutely.
Right, and it could change again.
Yep, by Friday we expect to have perhaps a more firm, accurate timeline is what we're hearing from Metro.
Thanks, Joe.
Yep.